What can a good action movie teach us about the season of Lent? Hey friends, it's Pastor Mike from Fellowship Church. Always enjoy connecting with you midweek. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Hope you know that we love you and pray for you regularly. That thought again. What can a good action movie teach us about the season of Lent? Well, friends, we've talked a little bit about Lent in the past. Lent is a season of preparation for Easter, just a way for us to get ready to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. Okay, so what's that deal with the action movie? Well, friends, you know that I like to watch movies. Maybe you love movies as well. For me, it's got to have a good plot or I'm bored 15 minutes in. And one of the kinds of movies that I like to watch is a spy thriller. That's a fairly common genre of movies out there. We call them action movies. A spy thriller usually involves one country sending representatives kind of behind the scenes, infiltrating another country, gathering information, coming back. That's what spies do. Somebody who's good at hiding, somebody who's good at making themselves kind of unknown. They gather the information they need, sensitive information, come back to their home country and say, here's what I learned. That's what spies do. And of course, most countries employ spies. They don't exactly tell people that they're employing spies, but most countries employ spies. Why? Because they want to know what's not public for everybody to know. They're looking for the information that countries try to hide. Okay, Pastor Mike, that all sounds really nice, and I might even try to catch a spy thriller sometime soon myself, but what's that got to do with Lent? Well, there's a psalm in the book of Psalms, Psalm 139, and I think it's one of the most kind of open-hearted, heart-rending psalms that David ever wrote. And it begins like this: "O Lord, you have searched me and you know me. You know my lying down and my going out." And later on he says, "You are familiar with all my ways." That's David's way of saying, God, my life is like an open book before you. Okay, but that word search, "O Lord, you have searched me and you know me," in the original language of the Bible, it's the same word they would have used for spy. Like in the Old Testament, you might be familiar with a story where Israel sends some spies into the promised land to, kind of check it out, see what's going on in there. Let's take a look at the people who are already living there, then come back with that information. Same word. So David's saying, God, it's almost like you sent spies into my life. By the way, God wouldn't have to do that. But God, it's almost like you sent spies into my life because God, you know everything about me and you know more than just the public stuff. The stuff that I'd make known to everybody. You know the hidden stuff. Because friends, that's what spies do. They don't simply look for the public information. They look for the stuff that nobody knows. And David says, God, you know the stuff about me that nobody else knows. And yet, you love me all in spite of it. Friends, to me, that's a thought about Lent. That God, because God is God, God knows everything about you, and God doesn't have to send spies in. There's no spy thriller movie taking place in your life. God says, because I'm God, I know everything about you. It's like I searched you and collected a lot of information, and yet, even though I collected some stuff that I wasn't too crazy about, and I know things about you that you try to hide, because that's what we all do, God says, I still love you. I still sent my son, Jesus Christ, to die on a cross for you. Friends, that's Lent to me. Lent is not just this solemn season of kind of self-reflection. Lent is a season in which we say, God, you searched me. You probably found some stuff you weren't too happy to find, and yet you still love me, and you still sent Jesus to die for me. Friends, to me, that's the season of Lent. And here's something I know about your life. You've been searched. You've been spied, and the things that you would like to hide, the things that you would hope nobody knows, guess what? God knows it anyway, and he still loves you, and he still made a way through Jesus. Friends, that ought to tell you something about your life. Sure tells me something about my life. You've been searched, and you're still loved. I hope that makes sense to you. It certainly gives me a different thought for Lent. Know that you are loved, friends. We hope that you have a wonderful week. Hope you're having a great season of Lent. Hope you know that we love you and pray for you. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.